Hi everyone, this is your pick a card reading for November 2020. I'm filming this in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, and I already filmed this once, and my device completely froze as I got to 45 minutes, and we lost the whole thing. But you know what, sometimes maybe it's just not meant to be, and I definitely feel with Mercury retrograde, a lot of you in November may be seeing glitches with your phones or your computers or your cameras, because it is one that really does have quite a strong hold on technology. So there you go, there's prediction number one, okay, that we have, which can really apply to many of you. You may even find that, for example, scanners are being a pain, or USBs don't work, and, things like that. So it's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, so we've got these four wonderful groups here, and we are going to, of course, get those messages out to you for sure. So we've got group number one with this beautiful heart peg. And each of these oracle decks is different, which is really exciting in that sense as well. We've also got here group number two, which is this blue peg with a beautiful beautiful crystal flower. You've got here group three with a cloud. And then group four here is the crown. So whichever one you feel most drawn to is going to be your reading. And then the timestamps will be in the description box below. And then you can click on it and you can watch your reading. Now I do have some announcements as well. First thing is first, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, definitely do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do also check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, and they're done within 24 to 48 hours. The free reading giveaway is done every single month, and there's an announcement video on the first of every single month as well. And the last thing I want to mention is my intention bracelets are on Etsy. So these are actually handmade by me. They're meditated with, they're saged, and they're there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. So I'm wearing a bunch of the loved ones, but there's also evil eye, protection, confidence, health, happiness, so many different bracelets. Please do check those out if you're interested. Review section is on there as well. And, you can see how other people have seen results of them. There's also teas and crystals, anklets, necklaces, just so much other stuff as well. So do check it out. International shipping link is down below. So let's get started with this reading. We're going to start, of course, first with group number one. I'm also going to be doing a charm reading for each of these groups, which is really exciting. So let's have a look and see. I'm just going to move these to the side. Alright, so group number one, this is your reading. Got some nice autumn leaves here as well, kind of scattered. So you have chosen this heart-shaped peg. Let's see what messages are coming through for you. Alright, so I've got here your 6 tarot cards, nice and shuffled out, and then we're going to shuffle the oracle card on camera. We might get a couple. We'll see how we go with it. So for your tarot cards, you've got here Temperance, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Lovers, Page of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, you've got some really lovely cards actually. Okay, I was not expecting, that, but wow, amazing. Not to say that I was expecting really bad cards, but it's really nice to see very, very upbeat, positive cards here for sure. So what I see here with Temperance is with this little triangle that I see on the outfit. It's about perspective. November is giving you a lot of perspective into yourself. It's giving you perspective on the things that you want. It's giving you perspective on the things that you want to do and the things that you don't like to do. Some of you may feel that you almost feel pressured sometimes to do certain things that you really wouldn't do otherwise. So this could be to do with love, for example. You may feel like it's just too much, or that you have to please and constantly please and please and please somebody here. Or even to do with friendships, you constantly feel like you have to say yes to everything when you want to say no, or that you have to constantly go above and beyond when you don't really have that much time, effort and energy. I feel here Temperance is bringing you a little bit more of a laid back energy here in November. See, Temperance is also about Sagittarius season, which you have in November, and this is really about being quite creative. So you might be spending more of your time being a little bit more creative, focusing in on sort of DIYs or little crafting projects, finding new recipes, doing things that make you feel balanced and give you that sense of perspective where you feel so much brighter within yourself and happier within yourself as well. I also see here with the Lovers card is that there is some form of love situation here that's unfolding for you. If you're single, this can be you really just finding yourself and having self-love within yourself, but also knowing exactly what it is you want from a partner. So you might be doing some journaling and writing down all of those qualities that you look for in another person, because the Lovers here is also about manifesting with the two angels, right? You've got those two angels, you've also got the sun in the background here, sun in the background there. This is also just so beautiful in terms of nature, because nature helps to open up the heart chakra. You might be spending some time in nature, going for a walk, etc. So I feel like whether you're single, okay, I feel like you're manifesting here. If you're in a couple situation, I really feel that you're taking a bit of time to understand exactly what it is that you want as well, and essentially communicating your needs to this person. I see here with the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups that Mercury retrograde can be a little bit annoying, to be honest. You know, it only goes on until the 3rd of November, but then you do have a shadow period. So I will say up until sort of mid-November, you will feel a little bit like things are just annoying you. They're sort of just getting to you. Again, it can be to do with delays that you have here and there. It can be to do with communication, with technology, for example, as well, and just feeling like people are annoying you. It can be co-workers, it can be friends, like people are just demanding a lot of your time and a lot of your energy, which is why Temperance here also shows you taking time for yourself. I see here you, again, having that perspective where you might be embarking more so on your spiritual journey, or trying to find things that you really love, that you are not just loving because it's to do with someone else. Here's you trying to really find yourself. This is your inner child. I feel like a lot of you here are trying to heal your inner child, hug your inner child, be there for your inner child, and look after your inner child as well. So what I see with the pages here is that it's just really you trying to take care of yourself and find ultimately what it is that makes you feel really, really good moving forward. And also you've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is so important because it shows here career-wise or education-wise, because some of you might be in education. It shows here you trying to meet all of your deadlines, trying to meet your goals, trying to get everything done on time. You're always just very punctual. You're always doing the most that you can, and you're always trying to outdo yourself in that sense, and you're doing a really good job. So November here, career-wise, looks really strong. You're doing the best that you can, and you are trying to ultimately gain the upper hand. So I just feel here with this Four of Pentacles as well is that you are also saving money. In November, somehow you are saving money. You might be cancelling certain subscriptions you don't use, or you might be cutting back on certain things, but here you have more of an opportunity to save. So that's essentially what I'm seeing. So we covered quite a lot of different aspects there. Let's have a look at your oracle card. There it is. There's one that fell on the floor as well. So that is that. Okay, let's just grab this one. November. You've got here Blake, okay, and you've got also Audrey. So this one says here, your desired partner will choose you simply because he/she cannot do otherwise. You are emotionally and telepathically connected and dream of each other every night. You two belong together. It is predetermined for you. Soon he/she will develop the ambition to conquer you. Circumstances will change now. So there can be a huge change here in regards to love. Remember I said this is something really mutual. It's supported by the spirit guides. It says here that you are emotionally and telepathically connected. So what I'm seeing here is that if you've done the work and you've really healed your inner child and you really feel good and strong within yourself and you are ready, it will come to you, right? I see that here very, very significantly for sure. Circumstances will change now. That's what we have, okay? Especially for those of you that are single, it is going to come. For those of you that are sort of in a situation where you might also be single, but you might be also in a couple situation as well, or a difficult situation just in general. I see here that you will be the chosen one, and it's almost like you know deep down that you are going to be the chosen one. But here, that's the confirmation that we're really picking up on in terms of love. You are going to be the chosen one because you connect really well with this person on such a spiritual level, as we see with the Lovers. And then you've also got here Blake, as we mentioned. So this one says, your soulmate is afraid to lose control over himself/herself. You hold the reins. He/she tries to resist you because he/she is not up to you. Again and again, I'm just going to say, instead of he/she, I'm going to say they, because it just makes it a little bit easier. Again and again, they want to get in touch with you, but then does not dare, and in result, they are excessively annoyed with themselves. You can feel how they are doing, send them a signal, and leave your sober and factual manner aside. You have too much self-confidence in contrast to them. Jump over your own shadow and you will be rewarded for it. Okay, so it's just saying here that this person might be a little bit sort of like touchy and not so sure necessarily, but it really does show here that your desired partner, they will choose you. So this here doesn't say a no, right? It just shows that they have some issues with doing so, but it also shows that they will choose you. So this is not like a complete no, it just shows what the problems and the situations and the challenge is, especially for those of you that are in challenging situations with the other person. So that's what we essentially have right there. I really hope, of course, that this helped you. We're going to do the charm reading now as well. So that's what we've got there. We've definitely dived into like a lot of different aspects. Ooh, got a lot of the little charms here. So you've got here, wow, okay, so this little, oh, it's so adorable. We got the hammer here, right? So this is really about fixing things, making or trying to make things work. This is also about you finding yourself as well in many, many ways. You've got the A, which can be, of course, an initial that could fit into any of the names. You've got here love. Okay, so love is a big factor here for your November. You're going to be thinking about it a lot and wondering and pondering about it a lot. You've got the picture frame as well. So again, there's someone here that's really on your mind that you would want to put in this picture frame, or that you're thinking about in that sense. You've got here one ring, okay, so this is really about you also just committing to yourself, and this is also you perhaps wanting commitment or a ring from this other person that you're really thinking about wanting it from. You also have here the aeroplane as well, as you can see right there. It's super, super adorable. This aeroplane can be long distance. It can also signify taking a trip. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get on an airplane to take a trip necessarily, but it just shows travel, right? Travel. You've got here the Libra charm, which is the scales. This here really is about balance. Now, you might be a Libra, they may be a Libra, or you may have Libra somewhere in your chart. You've also got the Gemini energy. I'd say you've got Taurus energy here. You've also got strong Sagittarius as well. Okay, so that's sort of the signs that we're seeing. This is also about balance, and it's also about sort of gaining control in that sense as well. And you see here with the 2 cups, from water flowing from one cup to another, you've got that sense of balance as well. It's also about perspective. You've also got the shell, okay, so there's something about a beach that is also coming through. And it's also about listening to your inner self as well. I think that's really important there. We've also got here the key. So again, there's something about commitment where you really just want commitment. You want things to come together. See, the King of Pentacles here is your desire and your sense of I am ready. Like, I'm ready. What are we waiting for? Why do we have to wait? What is the point of waiting? Like, hello, I'm ready. Hello. Then you've got here also this charm which says, what's for you will not pass you. So true, right? What's for you will never pass you. It's not going to go anywhere because it's meant for you. So go to sleep knowing that what's meant for you in your life is never just going to randomly like disappear out of your hands. Okay, if something has disappeared out of your hands, it's the universe trying to protect you, but it's also the universe saying like, hey, you don't need to try so hard in this situation, right? Love is like a river. It just flows. It's effortless. You don't have to like chase after it. You don't have to play all these games. You don't have to put yourself in such a position where you constantly are hurting yourself. It's just effortless, and you should go to sleep knowing that what's meant for you will just never pass you by. There's something really special that the universe has planned out for you. Instead, just do your own thing. Focus on you. Like I always say, and everything around you will shape up as it's naturally meant to be, right? I know that's really bizarre, and sometimes it's really hard and difficult to hear, because you might be thinking, like, Moonlight, how? It's true. When you just do things your own way, you'll find that naturally all that energy starts to come around you in this beautiful, beautiful way, and you'll be like, wow, okay, amazing. It's just like, it's happening for me, you know, it's coming together for me. So it like surrounds and it comes after you in that sense, in a really beautiful way. So we've got here this charm, which is it's the dog, and it's like a Dalmatian as well, I think. So you've got here loyalty, right? So this is also about you making sure you're loyal to yourself. If you're always loyal to everyone else, make sure here in November you're loyal to yourself. I think that the beautiful thing here is, of course, you have got Thanksgiving in November, and to be honest, you know, we can always, you know, Thanksgiving is a very specific, you know, holiday that happens, but also one of the main key themes out of it is gratitude, and gratitude is something that we can do every single day. And I think that, you know, perhaps this is also about you hosting a meal with your closest friends or family, but you know, maybe this is doing a Friendsgiving, or you know, other things like that as well. I just see here a sense of loyalty, and I also see here you being loyal to yourself. You might be having like a meal towards for yourself, for example, especially if you perhaps don't have friends or you don't live near your family, and just being really happy sort of within your own personal energy. This is you being loyal to yourself, because I think that's really important as well. We've got here brave, which you are, okay, you really are. Here's you being really, really brave. This is a month to be brave. I really do feel it. This is your month to be brave. You've also got this sort of emblem as well. This is sort of about legacy, I feel, right? Being you, having your own legacy, being brave, and knowing who you are first and foremost. You've also got here the horse as well, which, by the way, reminds me of the Knight of Cups, because of the exact way that the placement of the feet of the horse are, not the feet, the legs of the horse. So to me, this shows here that something beautiful is coming on its way to you. And then you've also got here a tag with the star on it as well. So this is about your dreams. This is about you feeling like, you know what, I can achieve that abundance, because the stars also remind me of the pentacles, right? So this is about you achieving your dreams, knowing your worth, knowing your value, which only is going to get strengthened within November. And then it's like, once you know yourself, everything around you in life sort of shapes up. The right people come into your life. The right people want your time, want your energy, but also they respect you. They respect your boundaries, and they understand what it is that you also need as well. So that's really beautiful and really, really lovely to see. I love these little cute little charms that we have. We got so many of the little ones this time, which is really nice. So that is your reading group number 1. Now, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Do check out the description box below for all the information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course the intention items, which are on Etsy. And we are going to now move on to group number 2. So yeah, definitely do take care. Really hope that this did in fact help you. And yeah, I hope you all have just a really lovely and wonderful November. All right. All right, group number 2, let's have a look and see what is coming through. You've chosen this peg with this beautiful crystal blue flower. How beautiful is that? I just love this colour so much. I think this might actually be one of my favourite colours now. Wow. Okay, so got here your tarot cards. And we've also got your oracle deck as well. So let's have a look at tarot first, and then we'll shuffle out an oracle card. Let me just get that leaf on the side. Okay, so for your tarot cards, you've got here the 3 of Wands, you've got the 9 of Cups, you've got the 7 of Cups, you have Justice, the Star, and the Hanged Man. So you've got 3 major arcanas, which is quite interesting here actually, and they're quite spiritual. I don't know if you've noticed this, because, you know, obviously I don't know which cards went into each of the piles, but these cards are very, very spiritual. It's connecting you to yourself. That's what I'm seeing. The Star here is about healing. The Star here is about taking a chance. There's something I feel that you're going to take a chance on. This could be love, this could be a career, but I just feel like you're going to take a chance on. You're kind of just going to jump into it, and you're going to be like, you know what, okay, cool, I'm going to take this risk and I'm going to run with it, and it's going to be what I want to do. So there's something here that I see with the star that you're going to be like, you know what, okay, this is it, this is it, this is the solution, essentially, especially with justice, right? It's about a solution, it's about finding what you're looking for. The Justice card here is about you feeling like, whew, finally, justice is served. So there's something here that's going to work out for you in your favor, where you're going to be like, right, cool, thank you. Thank you, universe, like, thank you. By the way, justice is also about like court issues or like legal documents and things like that. Like, you may be dealing with those kinds of things here also in November. I just feel like there's a little bit more of a positive energy. Some of these things could be taking a little bit more time because you have got the Three of Wands, so not everything may be resolved in November, but I feel like you're going to have this positive energy where you feel like, all right, some things are working out here. I can see the projection, I can see the direction in which certain things are going to go in, and it's looking to be pretty good and sort of in my favor. So that's the Star card here as well. Now, the Star card is also known to be sort of letting go and your stars aligning, right? So there's that kind of energy here where I see like if you let go of something here, it's like your stars are starting to realign. And remember that when you make a decision, fate will generate another set of events. That's generally how it happens. So just because you say no to something doesn't necessarily mean that the world is over and that your life is over necessarily, okay? Depends what kind of choices you're making here, but like, you know, simple choices in terms of career and love, and also in terms of like the things that you do from a day-to-day basis. Like, yes, there are certain decisions that you can make where the world could be over for you, but those are not the kinds of decisions we're talking about here, okay? I just want to say these are more so decisions where you might feel like, oh my god, if I say no to this person and I don't go on that particular date, like, it's just all over, isn't it? Not necessarily, because remember, the universe will generate another set of events, and there are so many people in this world. So don't be afraid that if you just don't feel a connection towards someone, that make sure you're not forcing it, right? Make sure you're not forcing it because you think that you can't get better, because some of you might be settling here. That's the kind of energy that I feel. So some of you here are really taking on this like energy of going towards something new, making a choice, a decision for yourself, taking a risk, which I think is so good, because some of you have not been taking this risk. You've been staying settled in a situation that just makes you feel comfortable, mediocre at times. It could be to do with love or career, and it's just been draining you. I feel like for some of you it's just been draining you. It's been keeping you sort of stuck in a specific place that you perhaps don't feel so good in, because the Hangman is about a pause. It is about things being like, it is what it is kind of vibe, you know what I mean? So the Hangman energy, I think, here is about you taking all of this on board, processing and digesting all this information and doing the right thing for you. And for some of you, this is moving away from certain situations that have not been serving you. You've spent so much time thinking about this entire situation, so much time trying to understand the entire concept. This Seven of Cups is you understanding, you know what, I need to do my own thing. I need to figure myself out. I need to do the things that make me feel good, that make me feel happy, that make me feel confident. That literally is the Seven of Cups here. This is your dreams, your goals, and you aligning yourself to those dreams and goals and not holding yourself back just because you want to be with that person or you want to be with that particular company. This is you doing what is necessary for you so that you can flourish and so that the right thing can manifest for you and be the best for you, essentially. That's literally what I'm seeing here. So I don't see that you need to worry necessarily about other people, other things, because the most important thing you should be worrying here about is settling for something mediocre. I know that sounds crazy to say, but that's literally what I see here. I see some of you really taking a leap of faith. You're like, no, I can't just live this mediocre life and be like chasing or constantly going after something else when I'm special too, right? It's that kind of energy. Okay, so we've got three actually here, cards from the Oracle deck. So you got here Prison of Glass, bashfulness, prejudices, being watched / stalking, feeling unprotected / alone, sitting in a glass house, childhood trauma and restrictions. Okay, so justice here is about some of these issues that some of you may be dealing with, where you want to you want to resolve them. You want to find that sense of freedom. You feel like you might be just sort of sitting there and doing your own thing, right? Like you're comfortable in the situation and you're just kind of like living through it, but it doesn't make you feel like, wow. Some of you are sort of living in this sort of mediocre energy, whereas you could be breaking that particular cycle and really sort of progressing out of it. Some of you might be really impacted by childhood issues or childhood trauma that is making you feel like you can't perhaps voice your issues, your concerns, and things like that. I see this as an energy of like protection as well. Some of you might have someone that's like watching over you on social media, things like that. But I just feel here like, you know, especially with prejudices, it goes along with this Justice card. Three of Wands here is also about patience, being patient with yourself, and also knowing that things will come together in time, but you also have to work towards that goal as well. You've got here Wings of Love, so it says choosing love instead of fear. It's literally what I was talking about here, right? Initial difficulties, which by the way, you know, that's how it feels like. But, you know, you can feel like, oh my God, am I making the right choice? Am I making the right decision here? Because you feel so comfortable with what you're already doing. And then it says to be faced with emotions / feelings and a not accepted relationship, which we just talked about, to overcome the past, contrasts and prejudices, let oneself in. This is like setting yourself free, really is, and like letting yourself not be consumed by the heaviness of everything. Then you've got here willy-nilly, so it says decisions, choosing the easy or the stony road. You know what, sometimes the right thing is the hardest thing to do. The right thing is the hardest thing to do. And it says here, you know, the sun always shines after the rain. It's so, so true. Tumblr, survivor artist, storm. Some of you here, you're breaking free out of this situation where you feel like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I need to be in here. You're climbing out of that prison of glass. You're doing what is necessary and correct for yourself now. You're not always just going after what other people want for you. You're going after what you want for you, right? Interesting. November. There's a lot of energy here where I feel like you just want to break free. The star here is literally about breaking free, letting go, healing, moving forward. So see what charms we have, because I'm doing your charm reading. Oh my gosh, wow, we have so many charms. Cool. So we're really going to be getting really deep into this because, you know, some of these charms are little, but there's so many here. A lot of you here are adapting to faith. Okay, so you've got the cross here. This in general is to do with faith. So like, sure, some of you may not necessarily be Christian, let's just say, but you are adapting to your own personal faith, okay? For some of you may be more spiritual than religious, for example. You are really taking on board what life means to you, and you may be watching a lot of, let's just say, you may be watching some gurus on social media, like following, for example. You might be watching some videos of them as well. I just feel here that you're following your faith, and that is allowing you to be guided in some way, shape or form, especially during difficult times. I also see here that you might be, for example, reading some holy books or holy scriptures, or essentially learning more about religion and your own personal faith, or even spirituality through books, through YouTube videos, perhaps even through tarot. I'm just saying, because, you know, tarot and spirituality do go hand in hand, especially considering you have got the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune. It's the most spiritual planet, and also it's to do with emotion, it's to do with intuition, because it's connected to Pisces, right? So this is about you doing what you feel is right for you and your dreams and your wishes. Speaking of dreams and wishes, you've got here the dream charm. So you may also be getting some really interesting dreams in November that are guiding you towards this path of being much more entwined to your faith. You've got here, what is this? Oh, kind of looks a little bit like Mickey Mouse. Do you guys see that? It's kind of got the like Mickey Mouse ears, or even Dead Mouse. Some of you might be really interested in that kind of music, you know, like electronic music, but that's what I saw there. Or even Mickey Mouse, it's like sort of that fairy tale. And then the key here actually has like this love heart. You see right there, it's got the love heart. So I feel here, interestingly enough, that some of you want this sort of fairy tale. You want things to progress, but some of you may be stuck in relationships or in situations where you feel like, how can that actually happen? Like, how can I get my fairy tale when this entire situation is challenging? The situation is not really a fairy tale. And I feel like to sort of break out of that. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to signs and synchronicities, because it might be telling you so much more in that sense. You've also got here the 4-leaf clover. That's so, so lucky. Again, it reminds me of little heart shapes. You know, the leaves remind me of that. And I just feel here that there's these hidden symbols and hidden patterns within the actual charm itself, which is really, really interesting. And I feel here that you have some luck coming your way in November to be able to follow your true path, your true calling, where it's not always just about somebody else and what they're doing. It's about you. You're putting yourself first. Oh, look, we got the I charm. This is all about you, right? I. It's okay to put yourself first. I would say that self-love is really important, and it's important because you know yourself then, right? It's not always a selfish thing. Some of you might be going running, jogging, walking around. You've got some trainers here, or sneakers as they call them, so that's really interesting. Sort of like a sporty element. This can also be like a gym vibe, and to be honest, you know, a lot of people do wear these shoes when they do things like yoga, and well, I think people wear that sometimes when they do yoga because they wear like shoes. This can also be dancing shoes. It's really interesting that that's coming through. So just take that as like staying active kind of a vibe is what I'm picking up. You've also got here I think this is a turtle or a tortoise. Regardless, I see here slow but steady wins the race. We've also got here, and it's kind of that energy of you don't have to go at everybody else's pace. You can go at your own pace, and that's okay. And if your pace is a bit faster, that's also fine. You've got here the charm, which is the Cupid's arrow striking. Okay, so let's just be honest. It is on the cards. Love is on the cards here for you. You've also got here blessed. Okay, this is also about gratitude. You have got Thanksgiving as well in November. So you may just have, in general, day to day, you may have a lot of Thanksgiving, but you might be celebrating that. You've also got, again, another key with the heart. This is really beautiful. It shows here commitment also to yourself as well, and how much you really do want commitment in love. You've got another key as well. This is about unlocking your goals and your dreams and not just settling. You've got here the love charm as well. So again, there's a lot of love here that I'm picking up on. It's almost like you are unlocking it. You know, you're freeing yourself in many ways. You're quite literally, you know, wherever the padlock is here, you are trying to unlock yourself so that you can be free. You've got the hand, which is the I've got the proper name for it. It's the like hunter, right? Again, connecting you to your faith. You've got here beautiful. Okay, so do not doubt your looks. Okay, do not doubt your looks. You are beautiful in your own way, male or female. You've also got here as well the horse. Okay, this reminds me of the Knight of Swords, because it's like just galloping really, really fast, like incoming. So I do see as soon as you like set yourself free, you will really, really find yourself moving forward, progressing forward. You've also got the camel as well. Like you may have been depriving yourself of what you really need, right? I also feel like this is such an important energy of making sure that you drink enough water, but also to like store enough for yourself as well. Store enough energy for yourself, because you may be giving away so much of your energy that you barely have any left for yourself. Now, it's interesting here that you had the blue peg, right? There it is. You've got the small little blue peg from the charm box as well. This here represents your communication abilities. I feel like you're going to be very, very expressive throughout the month of November, communicating really well with people. Your throat chakra is going to be activated, and the throat chakra here is blue as well. Now, you've also got here the good night charm. And I did mention as well, like pay attention to your dreams, because I feel like they're going to be very, very telling. You've also got here an arrow. Okay, we also had Cupid's arrow as well, but this is pointing you in the right direction. You may feel like you're going backwards, but actually you're going forwards. When we think of like a bow and arrow, right, like we had with the Cupid's one, the arrow has to go forward, but the only way it can go forward is if it's pulled back. That is literally it. And then we've got here not really sure what this is, to be honest. It's a deer, I think. Sort of that time of the year as well, where I just feel like it's quite sort of getting quite festive as well. You've got here loyalty with the dog. You've got again the hearts as well. You've got another heart, which is also in a crystal form as well. You're really, really wanting love, and I feel like a lot of this is you discovering that a lot of what you want actually exists within yourself, and a lot of this can be like wanting validation, you know, from someone else, but this is also you finding that within yourself. You've got again the star here as well. You're understanding your true potential, really unlocking your true potential, and you've got here an empty frame, which shows that you now have the perspective to fill it with whatever it is that you really want to, and to find yourself in the biggest way possible. So that's what I really do have for you in regards to your reading. November here is full of blessings. It's also full of realizations and solutions, but also finding yourself. And I think that that's one of the most, like, one of the biggest things ever is like finding yourself and being able to. So this is your reading. I really hope that this helped you, group number 2. Now, if this did, do let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for, you know, everything else as well that I mentioned, free reading giveaway, private paid readings, etc. And yeah, I really do hope that you take care. All right, so I'm just going to move to group number 3 and we will get started. Alright, so group number 3, this is your reading. You've got here, or chosen, the cloud. Right, so let's see what we have for tarot. So I've got your tarot cards all shuffled out, and then we're going to use this oracle deck to shuffle out some messages for you. So we've got here Page of Wands, 6 of Wands, you've got the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Strength card. Okay, I feel like the Strength card just matches the aesthetic of the leaves really well. Okay, so what we have here in November for you, group number 3, is definitely you exploring your options, right? This here is about you. And actually, do you know what's really funny is that I'm getting another message all of a sudden, and I'm like, brain, please, can we just like store that information so that I don't forget what I'm thinking first. Okay, so first of all, options, right? You have choices here in November. You may have choices between 2 people that you're choosing between, 2 ideas, 2 avenues, like perhaps this is like 2 projects, could be 2 careers. You have options and choices. For those of you in education, you might be like, okay, should I choose this particular topic or this particular topic? And you might just be going round and round in your mind thinking, okay, which one is best for me? What should I do? Is it this one or this one or this one or this one? And I just feel like so many of you have here options and choices that sometimes, you know, having those options and choices can be so much more like difficult, because it's like, okay, which one? So what I will say, and the best way to make your decision, is to consult your gut and to consult your intuition. Your intuition will tell you so much more than anything else. So consult your gut and your intuition. You will find what is best for you. You truly will. So yes, that's literally what I wanted to say there. I do see here as well is that for many of you, you might be really just finding new things that you enjoy to do, and that is the Page of Wands. So you might, for example, I'm going to give you an example because it totally goes with this Page of Wands, and I think that with my example you might be able to find like, oh yeah, I found this particular thing, or you might in November find a thing like this. So for example, I've been super into researching like pyramids and how they have been formed. It's really interesting again because you've got those pyramids there in the Page of Wands card. Right, and so then I would just go on YouTube and I'd watch a bunch of documentaries and research and videos on pyramids. I know that sounds really bizarre, but it kind of just becomes like a hobby and something that I'm really interested in. So for some of you, you might find that you're really interested in something, or you might find an ingredient that you really like. Say, for example, you discover you like avocados in November. You might be like, oh yeah, I have a recipe of how to make this particular thing with avocados, or how I can incorporate this into my meal. So it's almost like you find something in November that really just sparks your interest, and it makes you feel like, wow, I've got this new thing in my life that's so exciting. I was talking to someone else actually, and this is another great example actually. She was watching the Blackpink documentary that came out on YouTube, and they're this K-pop music group, really talented. Obviously, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but she was like, oh my god, it's so it's so amazing to see the work ethic, and it's just so inspiring. I want to work that hard, and I want to do this, and then also, super being into the music, that she started incorporating the music into her playlists for whenever she's working out and sort of feeling a little bit low. And so it's kind of like finding those things, whether it is a new artist online, or whether it is finding a new interest or something that is just like really exciting to you, that you start to incorporate into your month and beyond, right? Whether it's food or whatever it is. Here I see you finding an interest here, and for some of you this could be a person that really sparks your interest, and you're like, wow, I want to get to know you more, I want to know what you're doing, I want to know what you like, what you don't like. So there's something here that sparks your interest for sure, and that you incorporate into your routine going forward in November. That Six of Wands here shows a sense of celebration. It just makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel like you've discovered something really, really wonderful. So yeah, I just felt really excited sort of sharing that with you, because these are examples, but for those of you that are wondering like, oh, I wonder what that could be for me, now I think you'll be able to really know exactly what that is for you. You've also got the Ace of Swords, right? The Ace of Swords here is this energy of taking action. It's an energy of momentum. The Ace of Swords is such a strong it's a decision-making card, and it's about choice, and it's also about having epiphanies and realizing what's best for you. So the Ace of Swords here is about direct, clear communication, which I feel you're going to have with other people around you. I also feel here the Ace of Swords is you finding yourself and finding your feet, and realizing that at the end of the day you've got yourself. And also this Knight of Cups here is about sort of incoming romance, which is what I'm really feeling here. So there is some incoming romance, or you essentially really discovering your true goals and the things that you really enjoy in your own life as well. So as I mentioned with the Page of Wands, the Strength card here is you really living in love rather than fear. And what I mean by that is it's more so about like asking yourself, is this particular choice and decision I'm making, is it based out of love or is it based out of fear? I'm not talking about sitting there and waiting for someone, because sometimes that can come from insecurity. So I'm talking about love, genuine love for yourself, respect for yourself, like happiness towards yourself, wanting the best for yourself. Ask yourself that question, am I living out of love rather than fear? Because I see in November you're going to really strengthen yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. I just feel like you're going to put yourself first, and that's one thing that I see, is that you're going to find these amazing things that mean so much to you. And also, on top of that as well, it brings here this romantic love because you worked on yourself, and that's how it tends to happen, is when you work on yourself, you bring a lot, and you have that self-awareness, you bring a lot of that energy towards you as well. So you've got here the Future Balloon. It says here, planning with foresight, success, oriented, aiming high, pursuing a career while others are partying or traveling, right? Here you are doing a lot for yourself as well. Like, yeah, sure, you're discovering hobbies and things like that, but that's more so in your own time. I see here, of course, you have choices to make in terms of career or education or work-related activities. I do feel that you're working very, very hard, right? Because you've got a lot going on. You might be juggling a lot of different things. So yeah, whilst other people are partying or just socializing in general or going out here, there, everywhere, you are really working hard. You're putting a lot of energy into things for sure. It says here, preferring to work and learn in order to surpass your old self, discovering/inventing something special. No pain, no gain. You're working really hard. See the Strength card here, no pain, no gain. You are really putting your back into things, and you're creating this boundary also for yourself as well. You got here the Fountain. Reason for being here, I am awareness. Deep inner peace, enlightenment, being in the flow, finding the answer to an important question, talking to Jesus/God. So this is also about your faith as well. Some of you may be more spiritual than actually religious, but for some of you may be religious and also spiritual. Some of you may just be more religious, you know what I mean? So this here really is about letting it all flow, finding that clarity. As I mentioned, Ace of Swords is also about epiphanies as well. This is really you finding yourself amongst it all. And then you've also got here sort of like the hearts showering down. So you've got the flying hearts, enormous popularity, several admirers. I did mention here that there is potential here to meet with someone and to sort of have that energy flow through. The agony of choice, love or career, being swept off your feet, love at first sight, clarified aura, very high love appeal and sexual attraction. So you are really feeling yourself here, and this is attracting people towards you as well, which I think is really, really very significant here. You're finding peace, you're finding enlightenment, you're really finding yourself, and this in turn is bringing you solid, good energy. And it's also bringing you some people that are interested in you. Why? Because you're feeling it within yourself, right? So let's do your charm reading and see what's coming through. Oh, okay, we've got a little amount here, which is quite nice. So you've got here the plane. Okay, so this can be travel. This can also be long distance, which I think could be interesting. You might really have, what was this? Several admirers, right? So you may be communicating with these person on perhaps social media or people on social media, so there could be long distance, but I just see here there's something about an aeroplane. So this can also indicate, a person of different culture. This can also indicate as well perhaps wanting to take a little trip somewhere. You've got the heart, okay, because of course we talked about the hearts, and we've got another heart here and also another heart here. So these hearts here really show a lot of self-love towards yourself. It shows you doing the right thing for yourself, and then in turn attracting the right kind of person towards you as well. And so you've got a lot of that energy coming through, which I think is really beautiful as well. You have also got the infinity symbol, which by the way we see at the top of the strength card. Okay, so this infinity symbol here shows infinite strength. You have that strength within you. I think that it's really important here to perhaps even meditate and visualize the infinity symbol as well, especially if you feel like you can't focus on anything else. You've also got the infinity symbol in the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so if you're trying to make a choice, try and meditate on these choices as well and see what comes through to you. So this charm just says love, love, love. Okay, so I feel like you're really doing things in November that you love. You're finding things that you love. You're putting yourself in a place of love. That is literally what we're seeing. You've got here miracle as well with a little star in it. You've also got here princess. So I feel like you're really just putting that crown on your head, and you're not taking it off for anyone else. This is also you finding victory in something. Remember, you've got the crown on top of the Ace of Swords card as well. So you're finding here victory in your own personal questions and answers that you're asking other people, or that you're finding yourself. You're finding a sense of victory, and also you've got princess. So this could mean something very personal to some of you, perhaps to do with children, or perhaps to do with fairy tales and Disney characters, things like that. Okay, it could be very, very personal. You've also got, this miracle here is you feeling like, things are going to work out, things are going to be okay. Like nothing in life technically is short of a miracle. You think about how perfect the conditions on Earth have to be for humans to survive, and you'd be blown away. How far the sun is from Earth and how Earth's atmosphere is. The conditions are so perfect. It literally is a miracle that we are alive on this planet and that we're living the way that we are. It's, so every day is also a miracle. I've also got Cupid's arrow here as well. Okay, so I feel like love is going to come into your life. It's something that's incoming. I also feel here with this yin and yang energy that there could be like this sort of soulmate kind of energy, or even twin flame kind of energy coming into your life very, very soon. We've also got here, this says love as well. So yeah, there's this energy of like love definitely incoming. You've also got the bird as well. So again, this to me here is really showing that it's kind of flying into your life, but also that you can carry this energy with you as well. That's something that's really coming through. So yeah, that's really interesting. You kind of got the sort of wings at the top of the helmet as well. Like I really feel that you have a lot of this energy, and that you're going to really generate a lot of this towards yourself as well. So to me, what I'm really seeing is a really strong energy here of you making choices, finding love, having love in the sense of yourself, and then incoming at the right time will come the right person as well. So that's what I'm seeing here. I mean, some of you might already be involved with someone, right? This is about that sort of strengthening. So this is your reading, group number 3. Really hope it helped you, gave you tons of clarity, information, knowledge, and definitely take care. All right, all the information is in the description box below if you would like to check that out. And I'm now going to move on to group number 4, which is the last group reading that we have got. Last but never least, as I like to say. So let's go to group 4, which is the crown. Ooh, exciting. I just dropped the crown. Okay. Let's actually... Alright, Alright, so group number 3. Let's have a look at your reading. So you have chosen the Crown. There it is. Really, really beautiful actually. Wonderful. So this is essentially your reading. I have got here for your November prediction 6 cards that have been shuffled out, and then also we're going to use the tarot deck to get some messages, and I'm also going to be doing a charm reading as well, which I'm really excited about, so do stay tuned for that. So you've got here the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Actually, I'm going to put this right here. 4 of Wands. Oh wow, you've got 3 queens. Okay, was not expecting that, but wow. Okay, so you've got 3 queens. Oh wow. So you've got here, I feel like November is really bringing you a lot of balance, and it's bringing you perspective in the sense that you are strengthening every aspect of your life. And that's what I mean here. This Queen of Swords is someone who is just so strong in their boundaries. They know what they want. If someone comes up to them and it's is disrespectful or waste their time, they're like, shoop, with the sword. Like, just, I don't need that energy. I don't need that energy. I don't need that. I have my own boundaries. You cannot waste my time. This queen knows, right? And that's what I'm seeing here. Also, with this Queen of Cups, she knows that her time is valuable. And I'm talking, whether you're male or female, I just feel like you are in a place of power where you do not want people to waste your time, to walk all over you, to treat you like a doormat. You're so done with that. And November here is showing that, sure, sometimes you wonder, ponder, reflect, like, oh, what if I had just been a little bit nicer to this person, or what if I had just given this person a little bit more time, been a little bit more patient. But I feel like you already have been. I feel like you've been patient enough. For some of you, you've waited years for certain friendships to straighten out, or for certain people, love-wise, to show you initiation, or to show you that they care about you, and they kind of just haven't, not at the level that you need anyways. And it's sort of like you go back into this mode of thinking like, oh, maybe I should have given them a little bit more time. Maybe I should have just given it an extra month. Maybe I should have given it an extra other month. Maybe I should have just done another month. It's that kind of energy where you're pondering, wondering, reflecting, and I just feel here, group number 4, that you have really significantly, you've done enough. Okay, you really have. So I think for some of you, moving forward onto a new chapter is what I'm seeing here in November. You know how much you bring to the table. You are vulnerable, you are emotionally connected, you understand yourself, and fundamentally that's such an important part of any single connection, is that you understand you. You understand your needs, your wants, your desires. And this 4 of Wands here is showing your personal strength and your personal stability. This 4 of Wands is so important because it shows here this energy of sort of like November with sort of like the 11 and the 11. But I just feel that this here is about you praying to your spirit guides and your angels, you taking part and having a lot of faith, whether you're religious or whether you're spiritual, having a lot of faith, and essentially knowing that everything is going to be okay. This is you trusting yourself above anyone else and above anything else. Like trusting yourself, trusting your faith or your religion. Well, faith in general, spirituality or religion, or both, right? But the Ace of Pentacles here is about, that's when things start to come to you. That's when you start to feel stronger. That's when you start to not be so worried about what someone else is doing with their entire time. Because some of you might be really attached to someone here, and you might be just focused on what they're doing in their day, how they are during the day, what they have been up to, what they have not been up to, and it just takes up so much of your time, energy, and effort. And here you are redirecting that energy back to yourself with this Queen of Pentacles, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you are living your own life, knowing that you are putting yourself first. And that is what I'm seeing here, is that you are literally doing you. You are focusing on you. You're putting yourself first, and you are not, and I say this again, you are not accepting crumbs. Some of you may have been accepting crumbs in the past. You're not doing that anymore, and you refuse to do so. Career-wise, I really feel here that you're putting yourself first, okay? You're really just wanting to go after your personal achievements, and you're really proud of yourself here. You're working really hard. You have goals. And then love-wise, I feel like you're just done with people that are taking advantage of your energy, because you're so giving, you're so accommodating, you're so kind. You're like, no, you can't take me for granted. Hello, that's not how it works. So we got here roller coaster ride, and it says, look around you. There is a place where you should move to and start a new life. There you will find paradise on earth. This is what I'm talking about, right? There is almost this energy of you perhaps having been in this roller coaster of a journey, and now there is this energy of starting a new life, starting a new chapter, a new paragraph, and finding that paradise, finding that stability, and sort of having gratitude for that as well, that you are protected. You truly are. You've got here romance. A new love is already on the way to you. A romantic date or a loving message awaits you at very short term. So for many of you, this can be incoming in November itself. Letting go of something that perhaps has not been serving you is actually going to bring you so much more abundance. There's a new life waiting out there. There's also new love for those of you that really want it as well. And I just really see that here. This is really about putting that crown on your head. Like with your crown, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Okay, so with your crown that we have here, right? Knowing that you need to put that crown back on, and you can sit on your throne. You don't have to be chasing, okay? A queen does not chase. Same goes with a king. I mean, yeah, a king does pursue, but, right? It's the pages and the knights that are like the ones always chasing. But that's what we've got there. I don't know why I took the cards away, because I have to still do your charm reading. It's just that I thought I would take them away and then put the tray down, but let's just do this. Okay, so you've got here a butterfly, so you've got transformation here. I always envision actually that the Queen of Swords has a crown that has butterflies on it. So it's almost like, you know what, you've been in that dark cocoon, you have emerged, now you're a butterfly, you're not a caterpillar anymore. Hello, you're not a caterpillar anymore, you're a butterfly. You got wings. Oh my goodness, wow. This is amazing. I mean, you've got a butterfly charm there as well. You've got 3 butterflies. You've got the butterfly on top of the Queen of Swords. Look, you're transforming. Your spirit guides and also your angels here are protecting you. By the way, the 4 of Wands is also an angel card as well. This just goes to show that they are definitely protecting you and they're leading you to a much, much better path, okay? Something so much better than you have had before. You have the wings now to fly in that particular direction and to start this new life. Are you going to go in that particular direction? Are you going to let yourself go in that direction, or are you going to stay stuck where you are right now, right? Because when you are sort of just in your own energy, stuck right now where you are, perhaps you're accepting crumbs, perhaps you're just, with someone here who's not really giving you what you want, you have to ask yourself what it is that you want, right? You got here the flower, which is also about bloom, growth, and transformation. You got a lot of transformative charms. It's almost like the universe is saying, here's your time. Your time is now. Are you going to take this on board? Do you want to go in this particular direction? Are you going to move forward with it, or do you want to stay stuck where you already are? So that's what we're seeing there. You've got here the eye. So this is really about you now. This is about putting yourself first. We've also got the lotus, which is all about prosperity, abundance, and it's very, very auspicious. So it's showing you that that's all in that direction. This new life is going to bring you, right, this auspiciousness, but you have to move out of these places that you have stayed stuck in, and you have to put yourself back on that throne. You have to put your crown back on, and believe in your own energy. You've got a H here as well, so this could be to do with an initial, but guess what? We've got here high. So this is about new beginnings. Like, when you say goodbye to something, life will reward you with a new hello or a hi. So that's just something to mention there. You've also got the hearts there intertwined. You've also got the love charm here as well. Like, it is coming and it is there. You've also got here the kind of like peg, which is orange, which to me reminds me of like passion and desire and going towards what you know in your heart you feel you want to go towards. And also the Queen of Cups here is all to do with your intuition as well and really believing in yourself. And then you've got here this beautiful little key, which is really symbolic, and it's also in a beautiful golden color as well. It's just showing that you essentially have the key in your hand. You may feel powerless, but you're not powerless. You have the key in your hand. You have power in your hand to unlock those things that you felt just are really difficult. You may feel like someone else holds the key, but no, you hold the key here. And it also says blessed as well. You have got Thanksgiving also in November. I feel like you're going to have a lot of gratitude that you finally found your own personal power. And that's what I see. And blessed here is really showing that you are blessed by the universe, by the gods, by your spirit guides, by your angels, by your ancestors. You are truly, truly blessed, and there are beautiful things coming your way. It's just that if you resist this, then you resist it. If you go with the flow of it, then all of this beautiful stuff can flow into your life in November as well and beyond. So this is what I'm seeing here for you, group number 4. This is your reading. November is very transformative. There's a lot of changes coming your way, but it's up to you if you're going to resist them or if you're going to go with them. So this is your reading. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and everything else that I've mentioned as well. I really hope that you all take care and stay safe and really just look after yourselves as well. All right, and yes, I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much for all of the love and support. It really genuinely does mean the absolute world to me. And you really have got power here, all right? And this Nine of Wands really is about, you know, thinking, reflecting, pondering, wondering, but then at the end of the day, just knowing in your gut that you are making the right choice and going in the right direction for yourself as well. Okay, so take care. Bye.